What is good, YouTube? Welcome back, man. Today we have a fire video on tap. I said I wanted to do this when the last time I did a Lakers rebuild, so today we're doing it. We're doing a 10-year Los Angeles Lakers realistic rebuild, just because the Lakers' future is so up in the air right now. So the possibilities are literally endless on what we could do in this 10-year rebuild, and how are we going to turn this franchise around with little to no assets. This should be a challenge. This should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. On the road to 30,000 subs. The goal is to try to get there before the end of this year, but might be a little too tough to do that. We'll see, though. Let's set the bar high. But regardless, man, as we know, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook has been fantastic off the bench lately. And you might be wondering about the overall boost. I use a custom roster on one of the most downloaded custom rosters because they actually have the contract extensions in the game, unlike 2K where they have RJ Barrett still on his one-year deal, Jordan Poole still on his one-year deal. So the contracts are actually updated in this file, and the guy also messes with the overalls a little bit. So some people have been asking about that. Regardless, Russell Westbrook has been phenomenal off the bench, so him being 85 overall, I don't think it's too crazy, out of the realm of possibility, I guess. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Patrick Beverly, Lonnie Walker. We all know this Lakers roster. It's not great. It's not great. It's just what it is, man. This is not the kind of roster you want around a 37-year-old LeBron James. He just doesn't have that type of firepower, within him to carry a roster like this anymore. Anthony Davis also, sits out games. He was out, I think, the other night, if I'm not mistaken. Some Lakers fans have been, or not even Lakers fans, some people have been suggesting that Anthony Davis could be traded, or he should be traded, so we can kind of entertain that idea. I don't think LeBron James can be traded this season. So right now, we're just going to simulate probably to the trade deadline, because I don't see how this team can stand pat at the trade deadline. Whether you're trading Russell Westbrook or whatever you want to do, whether you're going for that Miles Turner and Buddy Hield trade or trading Anthony Davis, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I don't know if they actually do that. We got to do something at the trade deadline. So we'll see how this team is doing by then. Let's obviously look at the rotation real quick. So you got Beverly, Austin Reeves, Troy Brown, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Thomas Bryant, Lonnie Walker, Kendrick Nunn, Dennis Schroeder, and then Damian Jones. We'll leave that all the same. Let's just simply simulate to the trade deadline. Let's see what our options are there, whether we're trading Westbrook or AD. You can't trade LeBron James this season because I believe he signed an extension for the season, which made him not tradable. But maybe in the offseason, we could entertain the idea of trading LeBron James, man. We really could. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. So we are, in fact, at the trade deadline, and I have thrown Russell Westbrook in the trade finder. And funny enough, this trade does pop up. Obviously, the 2 first-round picks would have to be involved to make this realistic, or this trade probably would have gone through by now. So Westbrook for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. It is an idea. It's interesting. Do I want to go this route is the question. If I'm going this route, that means I'm rolling with AD and LeBron James. And I'm trading my future assets. But if I want to go a different route, I don't know, man. It's so tough. Yes, you're the Lakers, so you want to... I think realistically speaking, if it's kind of tough to choose. Do I want to make my own path in this video, or do I want to follow the path that I think the Lakers will eventually follow? I guess I'll go with this trade. Buddy Hield, Miles Turner are coming to the Lakers. We're going to try to make it work with AD and LeBron this year. We have LeBron James for a reason. They extended him for a reason, so it'd be weird to just turn around and trade him. Because if we're trading AD, I would prefer to just trade LeBron as well. So let's do this, man. Let's do this. We got to include those 2 first-round picks. Obviously, I can't go out to 2020. Well, I can go out to 2027, but I can't go out to 2029, so I guess I'll put 2025 in here instead. So these 2 picks are going to the Pacers for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. We're making the trade happen. And that is going through. So just like that, at the trade deadline, we have chosen our path. We have officially chosen our path. It is going to be Dennis Schroeder, Lonnie Walker, Buddy Hield, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Miles Turner. Actually, we don't really want to. We want AD, playing the power forward. That way we have him there. LeBron James will move to small forward, and then we're gonna have we can actually have LeBron James, AD, Miles Turner, and then probably move Buddy Hield to shooting guard as well, which he goes down, but we're just gonna have to live with it. So just like that, you have your shooters. Buddy Hield, Miles Turner going to space the floor a little bit. Dennis Schroeder healthy as your starting point guard. Beverly off the bench. Thomas Bryant, Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, and Damian Jones. I might just run. Let's just run a 9-man rotation. We'll do that, and that is the path I said we've chosen. So I like what Lonnie Walker's brought into the table for the Lakers. This is an interesting lineup. I like this lineup a lot. Obviously, if you choose this path, it should help you this season, but in the future, it's going to be rough because not having those draft picks when LeBron James retires is going to be really tough. But that is the path we've chosen, and now it's going to be very, very interesting when we get to those years on how this is going to look. So Luka is going to finish up as your MVP. We kind of know that. Russell Westbrook gets 6th man of the year on the Indiana Pacers. Shout out to him, backing up Tyrese Halliburton over there as well. I would assume the Pacers would potentially just buy out Russell Westbrook, or based off how he's playing, maybe they could flip him as well. I don't know. Regardless, we are in the play-in tournament, so not ideally where we wanted to be, but we have 26 from LeBron, 25 from AD. 13 from Buddy Hield, 9.5 from Austin Reeves, and 8 from Miles Turner. So definitely is unfortunate to see Buddy Hield and Miles Turner not average. We probably could boost our shot tendencies. That probably could help out a lot. So if we did that, because right now Buddy Hield is a 65. Let's push it up like to a 74, 76-ish, and Miles Turner go to like a 60, something like that. So we'll do that, and then let's see if we can beat the Grizzlies and move on into the playoffs. We do beat them and win the playoffs. So that's all we want. We have a chance now. We're in the playoffs. We get to play the Clippers though, which Kawhi Leonard hasn't been healthy, so that's been an interesting story in itself. But this is the Battle of LA. This is a series we've been wanting for years now, but now we're finally getting it. Maybe not at its peak potential, but we are finally getting it. So game 1, we're up 1-0. Great start. Kawhi Leonard 28, LeBron James 37. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Game 4, we even it up. Can we win game 5? We cannot. Can we win game 6? We cannot. We've been eliminated in round 1. So we went out, got Buddy Hield and Miles Turner just to lose in round 1. Not ideal. It's not ideal. For sure, it's not ideal. So Philadelphia goes on to win a championship with the Golden State Warriors, and now it is time to look at retirements to make sure LeBron James doesn't retire on us. He doesn't look like he's going to retire yet. So we are going to have LeBron James for at least the rest of his contract. So we got to, be in win now mode still. So that's still going to be the path we're taking. No draft picks. I guess we have the 29th pick in this draft. So it's going to be important to hit on these late draft picks, even if, it's not going to be crazy good. But hey, maybe you could find a steal that's going to be either an asset in the future or just someone that could contribute right away. So I'm going to definitely jump into this draft and try to hit on it. So shot doctors are nowhere to be found. We found one. Charlie Griffin, welcome to the team. And now we're going to head into the draft. So on draft night, here we go. 29th overall pick. Obviously, you could trade it away, but I prefer to just draft. I think it makes sense to try to build your draft capital up, or try not build your draft capital, but try to build your young player group up a little bit. If they traded all for AD, so we can maybe, build our next group up for the next AD trade, I guess you can say. Colby Jones, Julian Phillips, Jordan Walsh, Gortman, Julian Strother. Colby Jones is ceiling not available. I don't know anything about these guys. 19-year-old, 6'10", power forward. I guess I'll take Uj. I don't know how to say his name, but we'll take him with the 29th overall pick. And then as far as we take Julian Phillips here in the second round. I think that'll be my draft. So just like that, we walk away with a 69 overall and a 69 overall. It's not ideal. We get 3 69 overalls. We'll sign them all. Player options. Damian Jones accept. Pippen, we'll go ahead and accept. I guess, my batteries are low. I need to go get batteries. But Austin Reeves will accept, because this is a 10-year rebuild. We're going to be here for a while, so I definitely need new batteries. But Miles Turner is a free agent. Lonnie Walker's free agent. And Thomas Bryant is a free agent. Juan Toscano and Wyndon Gabriel. We trade our first-round pick for Miles Turner. I think it makes sense to keep him around. 4-year deal. I don't think it's too bad to give him, so I'm going to give him a 4-year deal. Kind of the same contract he's been working with. Lonnie Walker has been great, so I think you should sign him back as well. So we're going to get both those guys back. And then it looks like we might renouncing Patrick Beverly. Thomas Bryant at this point, I mean, yeah, I think I definitely want him back. And then we need forwards. We need backup forwards really badly. So, yeah, Thomas Bryant is going to have to be someone we get back, I think. So, as far as forwards we can grab, we have Will Barton, which wouldn't be too bad. We got Javonte Green. But I am going to sign Thomas Bryant to a 3-year deal to keep him around as a backup. And then Austin Reeves, we're getting him back as well. Kendrick Nunn is still out here. But Will Barton, Osman, Reggie Bullock. Got PJ Dozier down here. I'm going to go ahead and give Osman a 2-year deal. I think he could be a solid backup small forward. He's been pretty good in real life for the Cavs as well. And then power forwards, you got Javonte Green, which I'll give a 1-year deal to because we just need some type of depth there. So Now I just need Austin Reeves back, and that'll be our free agency. There was not much we could have done, so player progression probably going to be pretty bad. Yeah, Buddy Hield going down, Javonte Green going down, but this is what we're working with, man. I mean, this is kind of the roster you have together. This was the best path we could have taken. AD is going to be a free agent next year, so that's a little scary. I don't know what you do with that. He's got a player option, so be interested to see what we could do with that or what he decides to do. Lonnie Walker, 24 years old. So even if like we, go away from LeBron and AD, Lonnie Walker being here is not going to hurt us. And then Buddy Hield and Austin Reeves also is somebody we want to keep around for the foreseeable future. So just another season where championship aspirations. This is going to be our best potential. I'm getting one. If we can't get it this year, it's going to be very interesting to see what we decide to do, because we went with the route of trying to get a championship, but if it's not going to work this year and it didn't work last year, maybe it's time to just throw the towel in. So Luka Doncic is going to win MVP. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year for the Detroit Pistons. You got Nashawn Highland, 6th man. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player. Hero, Most Improved. And Willie Green is your Coach of the Year. LeBron James makes All-NBA First Team. We actually moved him to point guard because our rotation looked a lot better. I'll show you that in a second. AD made All-NBA Third Team. So they've been really good in the simulation, which is what you want ideally out of them. And you got LeBron and AD both making all defensive teams. So we got the 2nd seed, which is where we want. So if you take a look at the rotation on how we were running it, it was LeBron James, Lonnie Walker, Buddy Hield, AD, Miles Turner. I mean, the spacing is just so much better with this, with Miles Turner and Buddy Hield in there, and then Lonnie Walker and Buddy Hield starting together. I think is awesome. Austin Reeves off the bench, Thomas Bryant, Osman, and Damian Jones. So it wasn't a bad roster by any means, and we're here and we're ready to see if we can win, win a championship. So we get the Houston Rockets in round 1. They have Jabari Smith. Russell Westbrook goes back to Houston. Probably looking to get some revenge on us for trading him away. So game 1, we're down 1-0. Not a great start. We do even it up though. Hopefully we don't lose to Russell Westbrook. That would just be the epitome of a... That would just suck. We're up 3-2 though, and we beat them in 7, hopefully. I should have simcasted. Wow. Russell Westbrook just eliminated us in round 1. That is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay. That makes the rest of this video very, very interesting. We got eliminated by Russell Westbrook and the Rockets in round 1. Not great. Player retirements, Rudy Gay, Al Horford. So no retirement for LeBron James yet. AD is a free agent. Boys, I hate to say it, but after that, I think it's time to throw in the towel. I think it is definitely time to throw in the towel. I think we give up and we trade LeBron. I think we got to do it, man. It's not working. We gather as much assets as we can right now. We, get on the way out. AD being a free agent, we try to sign and trade him, I think, is the best path there to the Bulls or something. Because that might be a team, the Bulls would take. Well, obviously, he's the hometown kid, AD from Chicago. I think that's the path we're taking. We went for it. We tried. It's not working. So it is time to retool. It is just time to retool. Have little to no assets. It's time to do it, man. LeBron James, $50 million salary. No offers were even found. I have no idea what to even trade him for. Or might have to wait till after the draft. Do we even have a draft pick at this point? We have a 22nd overall pick. I'm not even worried about that. Let's go to player options. You got AD declining, which I figured he would. We got both these young guys will sign, and then qualifying offers. You got Austin Reeves and Max Christie, which are 2 guys I want back. And then free agency. You got AD as a free agent, and then Buddy Hield's a free agent. So yeah, I think it's time, man. So Buddy Hield will be gone, and then we're going to try to sign and trade AD to the Chicago Bulls, and then let's start with trading LeBron James. Let's put the writing on the wall at this point. We do get some offers now. So we got Smart and Brogdon. We're going to have to walk away with the best asset pool we can walk away with. Bam Adebayo, Derek Whitehead, and Terry Rozier from the Charlotte Hornets. Now, it would be very interesting to send LeBron James to Charlotte. De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell. That's also interesting. We could trade him to Denver for Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. That's interesting. Bridges, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Porter Jr., Rudy Gobert, DeAndre Russell, and then Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. Interesting. You got some interesting trades here. I'm going to start with the AD trade, and then we're going to come back to this LeBron James idea. But let's sign and trade AD to Chicago. So I am actually not sending AD to Chicago. Instead, I'm going to try to send him to the New York Knicks, who have 3 draft picks. Julius Randle's contract we're taking on for a year, and then he has a player option. So probably have him for 2 years. But essentially, the New York Knicks are going all in with RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson. Randall's always been kind of the guy that you wonder if he's going to stay there or not. So we're going to offer this up. They do not agree to that. So I might have to remove like Chris Livingston. They still don't agree to that. Okay, interesting. Trey Jones, like, do I have to throw something else in here for them to be interested? What if I threw that in? They don't agree. This guy as well. They're still not agreeing. Okay, and then Phillips not get it done. I don't really have anything else to offer. What if we remove one of the draft picks and only we get 2? Okay, not ideal, but we walk away with some draft picks, which is nice. But if I wanted to trade to go through, I kind of had to make something happen. So now I have Randall and Miles Turner, Lonnie Walker, Trey Jones, Thomas Bryant, Cedi Osman. So it's an interesting roster, but of course we're still going to trade LeBron James as well. So AD was step 1. Now it is time to move on from LeBron as well. I'm now going to try to send LeBron James to the Dallas Mavericks. It's a little interesting, but basically LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and they have some salaries that I could take on. So it's kind of out of left field, but we're getting more draft picks as well. I don't know if you trade this much for a 39-year-old LeBron James, though. That might be a little too crazy. So let's say we remove one of the draft picks, but you're essentially just giving up some rotational pieces. Nobody that young, and they do agree. So just like that, we get 2 draft picks for LeBron James and 2 draft picks for AD. Is it the most ideal package return? Not really, but I don't know what their trade value would be anyway at this point. But the biggest thing is we have some draft capital now, man. We had none. We had none from the AD trade. So I was trying to build up my capital, and we built it up a little bit. Now, is it the most ideal scenario in the world where we trade those guys for what we did? No, not really. But now we're a rebuilding roster. We just kind of are. But we have some guys now. We have some guys we can flip around for some first-round picks as well. So we have gathered some guys that can play big minutes, play big roles, and kind of showcase their skills, and then, you know, build their revenue or build their value up. So I think the only thing we need to do now is get Austin Reeves back, and then we should be good. So if Austin Reeves and then Christie are back, I don't think I have any other interest. So we are going the route of just trying to collect assets from other teams because we don't even have our own draft picks, at least for now. So that is how we're doing things. We traded LeBron James. We've traded AD. Not the best trades in the world by any means, but we had to roll with it. And player progression is going to be Randall, Miles Turner, Lonnie Walker's going up. So we're going to let these guys showcase their skills in the biggest platform in the world, that being the Lakers, or at least in the NBA world. And we'll probably flip some players at the trade deadline for some picks because that's what you need to do to gather assets. It is now officially time to have a fire sale trade deadline. We have some guys who are available for trade. Guys like Tim Hardaway, who only have 1 year left on their contract. We might as well try to walk away with a first-round pick. I don't even know if any of these guys on the roster currently are going to be staying for the long term. We really don't even have our future foundation set up at all right now. So thankfully, it's a 10-year rebuild. Like I said, I knew this was going to be a tough path. We tried to start off with going for a championship. Did not work out for us. So we're going to be trading. We have a player option to deal with, but that's okay. We're going to grab a first-round pick from the Miami Heat. We can get Jalen Duren if we wanted to. But yeah, I'm going to do that trade where we have to accept maybe Doug Robinson's player option, but we're not going to be good anytime soon anyway. So we're going to go ahead and make this trade happen. Get a first-round pick for Tim Hardaway. We feel good about that one. Is there anyone else I'm looking to trade? Trey Jones. I mean, we could probably like resign him based off maybe just having him here at 8 and 6 on the season, but we also could trade him away. I don't want to trade like everybody here, but, you know, try to get as much as we can. So Lonnie Walker, right now averaging 14 points per game. We could also probably trade him away at 26 years old. You might as well just have a fire sale. Randall might be someone we could also look at as well, who has a player option. He's leading the league, or leading us in points right now. So Drew Holiday in a first-round pick. Yeah, like Brogdon in a first. I don't want to take any like crazy salary back in return, though. I want to make the trade at least decent. So if there's like nobody offering me like picks, then probably won't trade Randall right now. Lonnie Walker will be the next guy. I'm going to try him real quick, and if not, we'll go to the trade or the off season. And yeah, not really seeing anything that's popping up. So we were at least able to flip Hardaway at the trade deadline, I guess, for a pick. But other than that, we'll keep simulating. We suck really badly. It's kind of unfortunate we don't have our own pick, but it's just, it is what it is. So we are obviously really horrible. We averaged like 19, or we got like 19 wins on the season. So really bad. The Knicks do make it to the finals, though. Whoa, that's kind of funny. The 2 teams we gave LeBron and AD to made the finals. You got LeBron and Luka dominating right now, and you got AD, RJ, and Jalen Brunson dominating. So who's going to win, though? We got the Knicks up 1-0, and you got AD and the New York Knicks going on to win a championship. Shout out to AD on the Knicks. Mike Conley retires with a championship as well. Shout out to him. JaVale McGee, all those retirements are there. But straight to lottery we go, where unfortunately for us, we get to see where our draft pick falls when it's not ours. So it's projected to be the #1 overall pick from the Pacers trade, from that Russell Westbrook trade. I don't even think the Lakers have their... Do they actually have their 2025 pick? And they're just not able to trade it? So that pick ends up being #5 overall. So at least I guess it wasn't #1. We have the 18th pick in this draft. And then we have number 30. So from the Jalen... Or from the Luka... From the LeBron and AD trade, if I can speak correctly, we got 2 draft picks out of it in this draft. So Better than nothing, I guess. Staff signing. We'll leave this all the same, I guess, for now. And let's just go straight to draft night. So another thing we can also do, since we are LA, we are always going to be a free agency destination. So we can try to keep our salary open as much as possible. So LeBron or Julius Randle being an expiring is nice. Lonnie Walker, Thomas Bryant. So we have so many expirings. So everyone's about to expire. So even if this free agency class isn't that great, we can wait till next year and have, full salary off our books and sign 2 max free agents and something, and then, get some good role players or something. So let's jump into this draft and let's see if we can get at number 18. At number 18, you're going to have Cody Williams on the board, which I think I'll go ahead and take at the top. So Cody Williams, welcome to the Lakers. And at number 30, we'll take Derek Queen. I'm cool with that. So Derek Queen, welcome to the Lakers. And that is going to be my 2 draft picks. We walk away with a 72 and a 71. Not too bad. And then player options, got Julius Randle declining, which actually is okay. Finney Smith and Doug Robinson both accept. So this free agency class, we're not going to be able to strike on anything. Phillips, Max Christie, Austin Reeves. I don't know why I can't sign Austin Reeves to a long-term deal yet, but I haven't been able to. Giannis is a free agent. This would have been the free agency class to actually have money opened up, to be honest with you, because this class is pretty great, but we can kind of bank on next year being good as well. So probably another year of being bad, honestly, with what we got going on. So no point guard. Got Lonnie Walker, Doug Robinson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kleba, and then Miles Turner, Thomas Bryant. So we're going to roll with that, and then we need a point guard, and then we need Reeves back. So point guard, Randall, I'm not signing back. Austin Reeves, I could finally sign him to I got to wait till after restricted free agency, but we can sign a point guard. We can sign like Bones Highland right now, but I don't really want to lock myself into anybody long term. So I'm just going to simply sign Trey Jones back to a 1-year deal to be my point guard for this year, and we're going to roll our money into next year. We're going to go into next year with a full clean salary with some of the rookies on the roster, and then Austin Reeves as well, because I do want to re-sign him. And we'll bank on next year's free agency being better, which it probably won't be. Wait, did Reeves leave us? Or is he back? Reeves might have left us and didn't even give me the chance to match it. Or is he still here? I don't know, man. I probably lost him. That sucks. I don't know. Oh, no, he's still here. Let's go. Austin Reeves, let's give him a 4-year deal, $5 million a year. And that would keep our books open. And he'll be a really good role player, bench player. And then we'll give Max Christie probably something as well, which he wants $10 million per year. Never mind. Not giving him that. All right. So I'm going to go into next year. We're still going to suck, obviously, but all of our money should be opened up. We should have a ton of money next year to go in and strike in this next free agency class. You got a guys come back to qualifying offer. Miles Turner is your best player here. Yeah, this would be a couple rough years for Lakers fans. Not going to lie to you, but this is the route I'm taking. Hopefully, some of our rookies can be good. We'll probably play them right away, try to develop them as much as possible, and have them be ready for the next couple max free agents to decide to team up in LA. So that was another year of only like 19 and 20 wins. So obviously just another terrible year, and not having our draft pick is still going to suck, but it is what it is. Tatum went to the Mavericks, so LeBron James left. So now you have Tatum and Luka together, which is honestly a really nice duo there in Dallas. But we're going to make our own nice duo this offseason, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't pass up in that free agency class last year, and hopefully have a good one this year still. So Chris Paul retires a New York Knick, which is interesting. If we look at the stats for the season, we had 15 for Miles Turner, which I'm probably going to be trading him this offseason. 15, and Lonnie Walker's gone. So yeah, Miles Turner I think has got to be traded away. So draft lottery time. Let's take a look at what we have going on. So unfortunately, actually, it looks like we might actually have our draft pick this offseason, which is going to be super clutch. So I don't even care about where it falls. We're going to have number 6. Okay, we fell to 6. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And we have anybody? No, only number 6 in this draft, which isn't too bad, but we'll take it. I mean, we get to add a nice young player on a decent contract, and we get to hire a brand new head coach as well. So this is going to be the reinvented path of the Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be reinvented. We have Steve Kerr, who is available. We have Nick Nurse, who's available. Either one of those guys comes to be the head coach of the Lakers. Neither one of them. Damn, that sucks. So we both get rejected by them. What else we got? We got Kenneth Barker, Mike Brown. Mike Brown comes to be the head coach of the Lakers. And then we're going to go ahead and get a couple of max free agents here. And this is going to be a beautiful offseason. I'm feeling it. I don't know who the 2 guys we're getting are, but we're about to build a dynamic duo. That's all I got to tell you. So we're going to jump into this draft. We're going to draft away and get at number 6. We're going to build a dynamic duo through free agency. And we're going to be back on the right path. The first step is going to be trading away Miles Turner, which we're going to send him over to the Pelicans for 2 first-round picks. He's still a serviceable center. He's at 30 years old, but he shoots 37% from 3 as a center. I think that's pretty valuable. So we're sending him over to the Pelicans. And now we jump into this draft with, like I said, the 6th overall pick. So I don't even know who's good in this draft, but obviously whoever we get is going to be a big part of what we do here. So team intel, or I need to look at scouting and mock drafts. So mock drafts, we have Cooper Flagg, Don't know anything about these guys. Karen Boozer, which looks like the guy I need to take. Whatever, we'll figure it out. So number 6 overall. Who are we getting? We have Cooper Flagg, Bryce James. Oh, Bryce James. Imagine we got the Bryce James. That would have been awesome. Cameron Boozer, Koa Pete, Elez. I don't know say his first name, but Harrington. And we have Darren Peterson, 19-year-old, 78 shooting guard. I think that's the pick here, right? Hugo Gonzalez, JD Palm, Mike Brown also. But yeah, I think we take Darren Peterson, and we're happy with this. We get a 6'5 shooting guard, 2 LA, and Darren Peterson. That is the first step of this offseason. I guess Gonzalez wouldn't have been too bad either. He's 6'6", but he's a little bit older. Welcome to the Lakers. We're going to sign him up to his new rookie contract. Player options, we have none. And our free agency, our salary should be completely open. Should be absolutely completely open. I'll extend my qualifying offer to Max Christie. All right, so what do we got left on the roster? I believe we have like nothing. So yeah, nothing is here. Austin Reeves is here, Cody Williams, and Derek Queen. That is it. That is all we have. So we have 2 role players at best, which is it. And they're both shooting guards. So I've moved one of them small forward, Austin Reeves. I can move him to point guard, whatever. So I'll have Reeves play point guard. You have Reeves and Peterson. Now it is time to find our starting 5. It's time to find a lot of things. How much money do we even have? I'm curious. I want to see before we jump into this class. Salary cap breakdown. Does we have negative 20 million team salary total? I don't know what that. I don't know how that makes any sense. Regardless, we'll see. Free agency. Who do we have to sign? Moment of truth. Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, De'Aaron Fox, RJ Barrett, Paulo Banchero, Jabari Smith Jr., Anthony Simons, LeBron James still here, Bam Adebayo, Jaden Ivey, Jaren Jackson, DeAndre Ayton, Chet Holmgren, Robert Williams. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little underwhelmed by this class. I'll be honest with you. Probably would have been better last year to have money, but we'll do our best here because there is a lot of good restricted free agents, but I imagine all of them get matched. Kevin Durant, I'm not going to sign. He's 37 years old. Jimmy Butler, 36 years old. So 2 of those guys are awesome, but we could get De'Aaron Fox at 28 years old. He has no offers right now. So you pair De'Aaron Fox with somebody. That could be an interesting start, but don't know if he moves the needle for me all that much. Paulo Banchero, I'd love to steal away. Like, obviously, these restricted free agents that are here, I would love them. Don't get me wrong. I love a Paulo Banchero, but I don't imagine we're able to get him. I guess we just got to do our best. We have a lot of money, so we're going to sign as much as we can. Could sign Anthony Simons as well, 90 overall, 27 years. We could have, like, Fox and Simons start this thing, but I don't know, man. So Jaren Jackson being 26 years old, though, is kind of nice. I kind of like the idea of bringing Jaren Jackson to the Lakers. Don't mind that. There's some good options here. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I feel like a lot of them are just going to get matched right away. Shaedon Sharpe is also interesting. Keegan Murray is down here. Sadiq Bey, Benedict Mathurin. A lot of interesting restricted free agents. A lot of them. A lot of them made it this far to restricted free agency. I think the first guy I'm going to go for is going to be Paulo Banchero. I don't imagine we're able to get him, but I will offer. We have a lot of money, so we're able to just send as much offers as we can. I don't really want a 28-year-old De'Aaron Fox. Jabari Smith Jr. I'll offer on, I guess. We'll offer him a contract as well. Bam Adebayo, Jaden Ivey could be interesting. I mean, Jaren Jackson, I do kind of like the idea of. So I'm going to give Jaren Jackson a 4-year deal. You know, him being 26 years old could really jumpstart this thing. You got Porzingis, Dyson Daniels. It's interesting. Herbert Jones. A lot of good options. But I don't imagine we get any of them. So let's see what we got going on. Well, we've made our 3 offers. Let's see what happens. So we got Paulo Banchero and Jaren Jackson. Jabari Smith Jr. is not accepting. Of course, I would assume the Magic absolutely match Paulo Banchero. The Magic did. Damn, I was like, wait, did they not? Okay, so we did get Jaren Jackson locked up. I mean, RJ Barrett is restricted. I feel like we could maybe steal him from the Knicks, potentially. Well, he's averaging 28 points per game. I mean, yeah. We could have a duo of Jaren Jackson and RJ Barrett start this thing. That doesn't sound great in hindsight. I don't even know why he's still restricted. He should still be unrestricted, but there's a chance the Knicks don't match it. So we're going to sign RJ Barrett. Oh, they matched it. Okay. So far, not good. So we got Jackson locked up. DeAndre Ayton, I don't want to be too front court heavy. Dyson Daniels, maybe we can steal him from the Pelicans. Have him be the 23-year-old point guard. He's a stud. We can give him a 4-year deal. Him and Jaren Jackson could be our guys going forward. That could be interesting, I guess. Michael Porter Jr. at 28. Shaedon Sharpe is still here as well. Kind of like the idea of that. Sabonis. I can throw Shaedon Sharpe a deal. I don't want to sign both of Dyson Daniels and Shaedon Sharpe, but we could. We could technically sign all 3 of these guys. Daniels gets matched. Shaedon Sharpe gets matched. Okay. So we get Jaren Jackson. That's it. We still have some guys here, though. All right, so we have Jaren Jackson as our big acquisitions. If Jackson's here, that's great, but we need more. We need more. Point guards, we still have Smart. We still have Sexton. We still have Fultz. None of those are really standing out to me. Herbert Jones. I mean, is he really a guy you want to be your number one option, though? I don't think so. That's just a little too crazy. Jalen Suggs, unrestricted, 85 overall. Devin Vassell is here as well. You got Isaac Okoro. Actually, some interesting free agents still available. Kind of like Devin Vassell here to bring him to LA. Don't know if I love it as like my, again, like a number one, number two guy, but maybe you could develop him into that. Why not? I mean, he's 85 overall. I guess we'll go for that. We'll sign Devin Vassell potentially here. So we'll have Vassell and Jaren Jackson so far. Okay, so we spend money on those guys. We still have some money available, but now I want to get a little bit cheaper. I would assume at 26 years old, unrestricted, Trey Mann, Carl Lewis Jr. So I am going to go ahead and give DeSumo, because we still have a little bit of money left. I'm going to get DeSumo a 2-year deal. So we're literally just signing free agents at this point. So still have a lot of money left. Now if you look what we have going on, it's DeSumo, Austin Reeves. You have Devin Vassell, Peterson. You have Williams. You have Jaren Jackson. We have no center. We have no small forward. So we definitely need a center, which we had the chance at, like, there's Porzingis. Jarrett Allen is still here. So we could have a dynamic defensive duo in Jaren Jackson and Jarrett Allen. I kind of like the idea of that. Do we have enough for him? We're a little bit off. That would be all my money thrown at Jarrett Allen. I don't like the idea of that. I just don't, to be honest with you. Steve Bay, unrestricted. Don't like it. Vucevic, 35 years old. Mitchell Robinson, Wendell Carter. Okongwu is interesting. Nurkic, Okongwu, and Jaren Jackson could be very, very interesting, but I don't know if it moves the needle, man. Like, I was hoping to go for, like, home run hitters. You know what I mean? So I think at this point, we don't sign anybody crazy. We don't commit to anybody long-term here. So I think if we can get like a Kessler on a 1-year deal or a Mark Williams on a 1-year deal, I think that's decent enough where you can get away with it, but not really looking for these guys to be long-term, the two guys I'm signing. Trey Murphy, I do like. Zara Williams, I do like as well. I'll give him a 1-year deal as well. If we're able to sign those two, Zara Williams, and then we can't sign Mark Williams anymore. So we got Zara Williams in a 1-year deal, and then Jakob Poeltl, Tillman, Claxton, Omer. I mean, one of those guys will be fine. I'll give Jakob Poeltl a 2-year deal. He doesn't kill my salary. So Jakob Poeltl as a backup going forward is fine. So now that is going to be my free agency, I think. So our biggest acquisitions was Jaren Jackson, Devin Vassell. Do I love it? Not really. DeSumo is also cool as well. Zara Williams. I mean, it's just kind of a reinvented Lakers roster, I guess. Not in love with it by any means. We do need another backup forward, I guess. So I'll get like, let's say a Bagley or Okiki. Give Okiki a 1-year deal. Why not? And that'll be our free agency. Not great. It's not like out of the realm home run hitter ballpark by any means. Maybe this wasn't the free agency class to have our money opened up. I like Jaren Jackson. I think Vassell could become something for us as well. But I don't really know if that transforms us into anything special. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to have to hope Peterson develops like crazy. We're going to have to see if Jaren Jackson can kind of help us out a lot in Vassell. Hope we can develop him into something. Maybe boost his shot tendency like crazy. We got to do something with this roster. It's going to be interesting. Don't know if I love it, but we'll see how it goes. Dyson Daniels, for whatever reason, won MVP. I had to show that real quick, so we tried to get him on this roster. What an absolute stud, man. We almost had him too. The Pelicans had to match it, of course. We didn't make the playoffs, so what we did was not good enough. I kind of figured it wasn't, so I kind of regret giving Vassell a long-term contract, to be honest with you. Halliburton's on the Magic for whatever reason. But one thing we have done to give ourselves a little bit of a favor is we have built our asset pool up a little bit. So yeah, 22 from Jaren Jackson, 23 from Devin Vassell. It's not like they did bad. Peterson went 15, but it's not where we want it to be yet. Now, I will say we're going to have some money open. I should have gave DeSumo a 1-year deal as well. I think I gave him 2 years, so I could probably technically still move on from him easily and, trade him away. We could probably open our money up, but we'll see what's even available. LeBron James retires a Warrior. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook retire together in Brooklyn. Interesting. Harden and Harris retire as well. But to the lottery we go. We are in the lottery again. I don't even know if we have our draft pick this year. It looks like we actually have 2. One from the Knicks and one from Milwaukee. So from I think the AD, no, when we traded Miles Turner. And then the Pacers have our pick, of course. So let's see where we land. We get number 10, and we also have number 4 from the Knicks. So from the AD trade, we get the 4th overall pick. You also have 21 and 29. So we have a ton of draft capital. A ton. Maybe we make a trade. It is, we have the ability to make a trade. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we go that route. Because we don't want to just bank on free agency having somebody good, because I don't know who's going to be there. And it did not work out for me last year. We should have had our money open up with the Giannis free agency class. That would have been awesome, but we didn't. So to the draft we go. And yes, we could jump in and draft somebody with the 4th overall pick, which probably is the better route to take, but I don't know any of these guys, and I don't really know how good they're going to be. So we've been submitting for a while. We've been bad for a while. So I'm ready to kind of make a quick turnaround here. Vassell and Jaren Jackson were awesome. So those two are really good pieces. Really do love them. But I don't see either one of them as number 1 type options. So if there's somebody available who I see as like a number 1 type guy, and we can pounce on him and get him on this roster, I think we got to do it. So you got LaMelo, or not, it's Lonzo, not LaMelo. Buying, rebuilding. The Raps are rebuilding. They have Scotty Barnes. 25-year-old Scotty Barnes is interesting. I don't know if I mean, yeah, he could eventually turn into number 1 option, though. Contending, the Thunder, that would, I mean, Shea would be obviously awesome. Shaden Sharp, they're rebuilding. Shaden, I wonder what Shaden Sharp averaged this year. I mean, he's probably developed into somebody really damn good. Jordan Poole is out there. You got Cameron Whitmore, RJ Hampton. So there's some options here. Levine, Mitchell, and Garland, they're contending, though. The Celtics obviously don't have Jason Tatum anymore. He left them. Grizzlies, I mean, it'd be fun to, repair Jaren Jackson, got LaMelo Ball. A LaMelo Ball in LA just seems fitting, right? They're buying, they have Wembanyama, or no, they don't have Wembanyama. They're trying to acquire Wembanyama. LaMelo Ball in LA makes sense. Lonzo is here. They're not selling or rebuilding, but we have some capital that I think we can entice the Hornets to maybe accept it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's go for LaMelo Ball. I mean, that would be the best case scenario. He's 25 years old. We have some assets. So I'm going to go, we do have this Doug Peterson guy, Jakob Poeltl, so that makes the money up. 4th overall pick, number 10. They don't agree to it just yet. Number 21, I will trade every draft pick that I own. I do not care. 2028, they don't agree. They're not agreeing to it just yet. 2020. Okay, so none of that's going to get it done. Oh, that pick is very valuable, though. That might swing it. Peterson might swing it as well, but I'll throw Jakob Poeltl with this pick that we had in there. They don't agree. If I threw Peterson in the trade, which I don't know what we have in him, I would like to keep him around. He shot 43% from 3. They don't even agree to that. Wow. I would love nothing more to have LaMelo Ball on this roster. Vassell, does he get it done? No. LaMelo Ball is not gettable. That sucks really badly because that was the dream scenario. So no LaMelo Ball for us. Maybe we can't get LaMelo Ball, but maybe we can go for Anthony Edwards, who could be awesome as well. We're going to offer as much as we can here. That Lakers pick was very valuable in 2028, 2.5-star value. I'll give you Jakob Poeltl. And just like that, we have Anthony Edwards. So we couldn't get LaMelo Ball, but you know what? I will take Anthony Edwards as the next step up. Edwards to point guard or small forward, either way, does not matter. Devin Vassell, Edwards. I like Edwards as our number 1 option. I'm feeling good about that. Doesn't matter what he plays. Vassell, small forward, we'll do that. So we'll have Anthony Edwards, Devin Vassell, and Jaren Jackson. I love that. I love that very much for this roster. We didn't even have to trade Peterson as well on top of that. That is beautiful. We still have some draft picks as well, so it's not like we're totally, screwed just yet. 21, 29. Do we have any other salaries to trade away with like 21 or 29 to just kind of go for it all here? So no, not really. We have Peterson, but I'm not trading him. So those are our 3 guys. This is our big 3 here in LA now. So I'm feeling good about it. So let's go into this draft. Let's draft whoever we can get at 21 and 29. Maybe these guys can step up in a role right away. Terrence Watson will take, and then 29 will take Grant Gibson, I guess. So we'll take him, and that'll be our draft. So feeling good about that. So now we have turned things around. Watson, Gibson, and then Tinsley will accept all of them. Player options. We got Derek Queen and Cody Williams, who might be able to, jump up in a rotational role, and then Phillips as well as developing. And I don't know if we have any like crazy money left in free agency. It looks like we can sign somebody pretty good. So we still have money to sign maybe like one more good player. So Reeves as a backup point guard's fine. Edwards and Peterson, we're locked down there. Got Vassell. Cody Williams could, like I said, be a contributor right now. I think our center position is the worst right now. We do need a point guard as well. So it's not like we kind of need a little bit of everything. Marcus Sasser, have no idea who that is, but he shoots A- from 3, and then he has perimeter defense of A+. He played for the Philadelphia 76ers. He shot 32%. I mean, that looks like an ideal point guard to have on this roster right now. You have Delano Banton as well, which I kind of like the idea of. You got Luka and Shea all in free agency. Devin Booker's here as well. Just go Henderson, but we don't have the money for any of that. Yeah, this free agency class would have been nice. We could have gotten Luka Doncic if we kept our money open, which could be cool, but It's okay. I like what we have. It's still cool that what we have. So center position, we have Nas Reed. I do like Nas Reed a lot in real life. I don't know if he ever becomes like a starting center anywhere, but I mean, he's serviceable. I think we get Nas Reed. Well, no, not really. Let's not do that. Let's get Marcus Sasser. Let's get Marcus Sasser. 4-year deal for him to be our point guard, and hopefully he can develop even more. So we're going to sign him. Marcus Sasser. Love that for us. So we'll sign him to a deal. Do we have like bird rights on anybody? No. AD is a free agent here. And then you got center position we need to get. We have Zaire. Ooh, I guess I can sign Zaire Williams back. Hey, if you're going to let me go over the cap to get Zaire Williams, I ain't going to complain. I'm going to do it. So Zaire Williams, welcome to the squad, or welcome back, I should say, because you're going to be a really good role player for us. And then center position is really lackluster. We need a center bad. So Moses Brown as a backup is fine. Well, we could probably, you know, kind of bank on one of our centers developing. Like, hopefully, Derek Queen can develop into a nice backup center for us. And then we need a starting center. So I just got Zaire Williams back. We have Sasser now. So I got to find a way to get a starting center on this roster because we do not have one at all. So we have Edwards, we have Sasser, we have Peterson, Vassell, Zaire Williams, Cody Williams, but we need a starting center in the worst way possible. So I guess we're going to just trade a bunch of bodies to get Omer Yurt-7 and a first-round pick in the future for these 3 young players that we have. We're just going to have Omer be a body there at center for now. And that will be what we're kind of banking on. So this is going to be a rotation here in LA. It's very interesting. It's an interesting turnaround that we have here. We've went from AD and LeBron to kind of having more of a younger approach with Vassell, Edwards, and Jaren Jackson. So Phillips, those guys are back. Devin Vassell's up to an 87. He had a great year for us last year, so that's awesome. Jaren Jackson, Edwards. I'm honestly glad we can give Devin Vassell some love because he's been balling in San Antonio. Got Austin Reeves going down, which you kind of figured could happen eventually. But with Edwards leading the charge, I do believe this could be a playoff roster this year. It should be. Hopefully that is the case. So we're going into next year with high expectations of being a playoff team. I don't know if we're a contender just yet, but playoff team for sure. That would be the first step. Get back into the playoffs because we haven't been there in a while. The man we almost had in Dyson Daniels wins back-to-back MVPs. I didn't realize he develops in that much of a stud down the stretch in this simulation, but unfortunately he has, and we weren't able to get him. They matched our offer. But LaMelo Ball went amazing, but we did get Anthony Edwards, and we are the 5th seed in the Western Conference. So player stats-wise, Edwards 26.5, Devin Vassell with 21, 60 from Jackson. Marcus Sasser ended up being a really good signing for us. He averaged 14 points per game, which is really nice, and he shot 37% from 3. So we'll take that each and every day. 13 points from Peterson off the bench, 9 from Zaire Williams, 7 from Omer, and then 5 from Derek Queen. I'll be honest with you, the center position is what's going to be holding us back, at least for now, but hopefully we can address that in the offseason and put this team over the top. We get the Oklahoma City Thunder in round 1. They did not get Shea back. Instead, they signed Scoot Henderson, and then, or is that Scotty Henderson? Is that the same person, or is that just someone different? I don't know. Is there a Scoot Henderson and a Scotty Henderson? Don't know. Chet Holmgren's back. They have Wendell Carter, Xavier Booker. I don't imagine we beat this Thunder roster, but I guess you never know. We do lose in 5. But you know what? It's okay. The first step was getting back to the playoffs, which we did because we have not been there in a while, but we do lose in round 1. You have Scotty Barnes, which we could have traded for him as well. Averaged 24 points per game. I was questioning whether or not I should have him on my roster, and he's winning. He's doing good. Pelicans are damn good with Dyson Daniels leading the way right now. Is Zion even there anymore? Yeah, Zion and Dyson Daniels just absolutely dominating, I guess. The player retirements, nothing here that affects us. Damian Lillard retires a Sixer. No. He's got to retire a Blazer. That is stupid. Regardless, lottery-wise, might have a lottery pick from somebody here, which we have one from Phoenix and Miami. We're going to have the 5th overall pick and the 10th overall pick. So that should honestly help us on our path to getting a center. I traded the 4th overall pick for Anthony Edwards last year, and I'm not going to hesitate to do it again for a center this year because I want to go win a championship. I'm no longer, depending on guys developing at this point, I want a championship. I want one. And I don't know anybody about these, I don't know anything about these rookies in these classes. So we're going to go for a trade. So whether that's trading, probably going to trade Zaire Williams, honestly. Or, no, not Sasser. We're going to trade Zaire Williams. We're going to trade Zaire Williams in this 5th overall pick for a beast of a center. I don't know who it is. Let's trade it in the trade finder. Number 5, Zaire Williams. Keldon Johnson, Reddish pop up. Robert Williams at 30 years old. Herbert Jones, Patrick Williams, Jonathan Kuminga, DeAndre Ayton, Ben Simmons, Michael Porter, Julius Randle, Moses Moody, Russell, and Ahmed Thompson. Robert Williams or DeAndre Ayton or Kuminga. I kind of like the idea of Kuminga, but we could, I guess we could play like Jaren Jackson at center and have Kuminga play the power forward. It would be a little bizarre, but it could work. Trade the 5th overall pick for Kuminga, though, feels a little weird, but we're trading Zaire Williams. I mean, at this point, we're just kind of going for it, right? Robert Williams, I also like the idea of, but Yeah, I guess I'm gonna get a little funky. I think Jaren Jackson could hold his own at the center. You know what? Let's get Kuminga. Let's get Jonathan Kuminga. Jackson will play center for us, which he goes down, which is okay. Jonathan Kuminga is gonna be our new center. Or not new center, new power forward. And we got Jayshawn Tate on top of it as well. So, you know what? Feeling pretty good. We still have the 10th overall pick. We have Kuminga now. And now we can come in and draft whoever we want. Cameron Bush. Don't know anything about him, but he was the 2nd overall rank according to whatever rank that was. We'll take him. He's from England, I guess is what I thought I saw. He was a, what was he? He was a 72 overall, so nothing crazy. So we'll sign him still. Player options, got Edwards declining. Of course, we want to accept that. Peterson, he's got a rookie option, and Julian Phillips. Probably wanted him back, but it's okay. Free agency, Zion is available, but of course, we want Anthony Edwards here. So Edwards, 5-year deal to bring him back to the Lake Show. Would have loved LaMelo Ball over you, to be honest with you, but, you know, you work too. So Edwards, welcome. And then Phillips, I'll probably give, well, what do we got going on right now? So we have Marcus Sasser, Austin Reeves. We have Peterson, Edwards. We don't have the backup small forward, so yeah, I guess we can give Phillips a deal. So Phillips, we'll give a deal to, and we'll be good with that. So that'll be our free agency. So we got Kuminga as our brand new acquisition to help us push us over the top. Does he do that for us? No idea. Hopefully power progression is on our side as well. Vassell Jackson, Kuminga, Anthony Edwards. Does that get a championship for the Lakers? We shall see. Player progression, Edwards, Kuminga. We got Austin Reeves going down like crazy, which kind of figured would be the case. You got Peterson up to an 82. Sasha's up to a 79, so he's not doing anything crazy. Jayshawn Tate's still 79. So we still have a pretty good bench. Regardless, going into this next year, hoping this is our championship run. We'll see how it goes. Luka Doncic in a Wizards uniform wins MVP. So obviously Dyson Daniels had a couple good runs there, but Luka Doncic had to take his crown back. Like always, he's always winning MVP. But hey, Dyson Daniels still on All-NBA first team. But we did get the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. So if we do end up winning in the second or in the first round, it looks like we have to deal with the Pelicans in round 2, which I'm not very excited about, unless if they lost Zion Williamson, which they did. So that's actually kind of ideal. But Dyson Daniels been an absolute stud for them. So I guess we don't have to deal with both of them. But regardless, this is your Lakers roster, which honestly, I kind of like it a lot. This is definitely interesting, but I like it. So let's see how we do in round 1. Get the Portland Trailblazers without Dame. They have AJ Johnson, Anthony Simon, Shaedon Sharpe. Okay, I like that a lot. Sharpe and Simon still together. Love that. Naz Reid, Tyrese Proctor, which is interesting. And they got Isaac Okoro, Mikael Brown Jr., and Charles. So game 1. We're up 1-0. I mean, I'm looking to move out of round 1. We haven't even been out of round 1 in this video. We've come this far. 3-0, and we beat them in 4. We're moving on. We get the Pelicans. We do got to deal with Dyson Daniels. Hopefully, we can find a way to lock him up. They have KJ Evans as well, Jonathan Isaac, Hugo Gonzalez, which we could have drafted. They still have Miles Turner when we traded Miles Turner to them, which is interesting. Regardless, though, game 1, we're up 1-0. Beat them by 20. 24-6 from Jaren Jackson. 21-7-5 from Edwards. Game 2, they even it up. They beat us pretty badly. Game 3, they're up 2-1. We even it up. Can we win game 5? We cannot. Game 6 is going to be a big one. Game 6 is going to be the biggest one of them all. I'm going to run an 8-man rotation. Game 6 to move on to the Western Conference Finals. Can we do it? Well, I guess we got to win and then win game 7. But you get what I'm saying. So hopefully we can win game 6 in New Orleans. Bring them back to LA with the fans behind us. Back and forth game. Can we take it and lead? Yes, we got it. 106-105. Barely beat the Pelicans. We're going to a game 7 in LA to get to the finals. The conference finals, I should say. Here we go. Come on. Round 2 is a big one right here. We have a nice lead. Hang on to it, though. Oh, they get it. They get it back. Uh-oh, back and forth. Back and forth. I'm not jumping in. I'm not jumping in. And we got it. Let's go, babe. We beat the Pelicans. 28 from our guy we drafted. Let's go. Homegrown for once. Darren Peterson. I think I've been calling him Daryl Peterson. Darren Peterson. My apologies. 16 points for him in the playoffs so far. He averaged, or he got 28 in that game 7. Huge. We needed that. Now it's time to play Oklahoma City, though. They have Scotty Henderson. I mean, their team is stacked, man. I don't see how we beat them. But you never know. Game 1, they're up 1-0. They beat us bad. Game 2, it's over. Game 3, yeah, it's over. Wait, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Oh, we lose. Okay. John Morant, wow, John Morant is in a Cleveland uniform. That's interesting. Jaylen Brown and John Morant's your backcourt in Cleveland. I feel like we could have beat that Cavs team. But the Thunder are just going to be dominating, it looks like, for the foreseeable future. We can run it back one more year. We're in the year of 2030. So, I mean, at this point, let's let's just try to get to it, man. I mean, I like my roster as is. I don't know if there's much I can upgrade to make us better than what the Thunder have right now. The Thunder are absolutely just stacked. We have to re-sign. I know for a fact we have to re-sign Peterson this offseason, I believe. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting offseason for sure. Ricky signing, we had Armstrong. I'm not too worried about either of them. Peterson and Gibson. And actually, Peterson's not ready to be signed. Derek Queen, wouldn't mind him back. And then free agency time. You have Tatum as a free agent. Jonathan Kuminga, Queen. I'm going to give Kuminga a deal. I don't even know if I can get him back. Am I going to be hard capped? I might get hard capped here. I don't even know. Kuminga, we got him back. So, happy to have him back. And then Derek Queen. I mean, I would like to have him back as well. You have Wright. You have Peterson still. Phillips, Jayshawn Tate. And then you have Gibson. So, yeah. Give me Queen back. And then I'm ready to roll for this next season. Hopefully, it's the last one. I mean, I'm hoping the Thunder maybe lost a couple players. I mean, that's kind of what we have to bank on at this point. That Thunder roster is going to be unstoppable. Like, it's just not... You're not beating that team. I mean, the amount of assets they had, obviously, to build that team up is just mind-blowing. So, we're going to roll with this, though. Still, our big four. Hopefully, we can roll into next year and hope for the best. We'll see how it goes, and we'll roll with whatever we get. So, we ran it back another year. Obviously, the Thunder still have their dominant roster, so I don't know how far we go here. But regardless, we get the Sacramento Kings in round one. I have LaMelo Ball, which I tried to trade for. Obviously, they did not work out for me. They have De'Aaron Fox as their sixth man. They have Donovan Mitchell. That is three amazing guards to have with you. But regardless, player stats-wise, taking a look at it. Not the rookie report. We don't care about that at this point. Player stats, he had 21 from Anthony Edwards, 19, 17, 15, and 14.5, and then 12 from Marcus. So, similar in game one, up 1-0 on the Kings, up 2-0. I mean, if we could take a LaMelo, Mitchell, and Fox, that'd be awesome. We beat them in 5, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Get the Pelicans, and they have KJ Evans, Wendell Moore, Dyson Daniels. So, I mean, we, went to war with them last year. I don't know how this is going to go this year. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. The Pelicans and the Thunder are just that team, man. And we have Sasser cold at this point. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. Can we win game 5? Maybe we can win 4 straight. We cannot. Going to a game 7 once again with the Pelicans. This one is going to be in New Orleans this time around, so we don't have that factor with us. Come on, baby. Get past the Pelicans here. We need to wake up. Need you to score back. There we go. There we go. Starting to turn around. Keep that lead. Keep the lead. Keep the lead. Begging you, 2K, to keep that lead. And we move on to the conference finals to play the Thunder. But again, man, the Thunder are just... They're too dominant. This is my squad going up against the Thunder. I don't know how it's going to go. Game 1. They're up 1-0. Beat us by 3. Game 2. They're up 2-0. It's just too dominant, man. There's just nothing you can do about it. They're just too good, man. There's no point of even going forward. That Thunder's roster is too stacked. Thunder going to win the championship. I did my best. I did my best. Josh Giddey and the Thunder are just too dominant, man. I'm going to chalk it there. There's no getting past this team. They have Giddey, Scott. Yeah, everyone, literally everybody is on a 1-year or a multiple-year contract other than Harrington, and he probably has like another option. They might lose him, but they still have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 90 overalls. There's no beating that team. There's no getting around it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. That was an interesting one. Now, the roster we put together was interesting. Not saying I loved it, but I mean, it was fine enough. But I hope you guys enjoyed regardless. This is Crushables. I did my best. Hope you enjoyed. Saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.